person money is getting that person applause. Ooh, I want applause.
Right.
I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Skirt, 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 skirt. Stop, skirt, 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 start, stop. I be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I be up in the way. 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 I be up in the way.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Damn it, I know it's on. I gotta find it. I know that bitch talking about somebody. Oh my gosh, what channel? What station? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'ma miss it.
I mean, that bitch always talking about somebody. I don't know what's going on.
I know. Remember what he said about me?
He always talking about somebody.
As soon as somebody ready to step to him, he get quiet. Lies. Now it's my turn to talk. Talk Lately starts now.
Oh, worry.
Be my type.
See,
Like,
very
he-
pretty.
he-
Very pretty. All
remind
right,
me
welcome
of
to
a
the
sh-
show.
and
It's
I'm not
Talk
a sh-
Lately right here on BeExposedRadio.com. We are live and in direct. And, what's the city we live in?
We live in Baltimore.
It's a terror threat, Baltimore.
It was. Hey guys, it's your girl Mecca.
Oh, Mecca's here.
Yeah.
Nate's here. Everybody's on the dais.
Yes, and you can find me nowhere because I'm not even having a show right now. But if you want to chat with me,
She's one of our new correspondents, though.
Yes.
So she comes on the show and talks with me and
yes. And you can find me on Instagram, 38 Snubs.
yeah, I think it showed up at the bottom or something.
Yeah. Oh Lord, child. Lord,
I do
child.
have to get on here and try to.
It's
do
been
my,
a minute since I've been on the radio. It feels good.
Doesn't it?
Ever so often, I gotta come back and talk my shit.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Tonight.
Your mic's not on.
My mic. Oh yeah, mine's is on.
Yeah, I turned it on. Nate's
Hey.
Okay, so look, we got a lot to go over. So Facebook has a new dating function now.
I was tempted, but I was
It
like,
was so tough. Look, when I found it on Sunday.
Facebook has a new dating.
It does.
They
You
had
haven't
one
seen it
before,
yet?
but they
it showed,
never-
and when it first came out, it popped up at the top of your timeline. And it was like,
They have their
Facebook
own
dating
dating thing, 'cause they
find
used to
who you want to
have,
be. And then it says something about no one else can see you except for people that are in dating. So no one else, like in your friends list.
they the ones you want to worry about. Can't see you.
If they not on the dating app, they won't see you. Like they can't. They have to look for you to find you. Like it won't like pop up. Oh, your friends are in here too.
Oh.
That's not what it would do.
Shit, I've been dating on Facebook for years
That's
now.
right.
What you
Why is
saying?
this new? This is not new.
Because they make it more like.
My boyfriend now hit me up in Facebook. What did you say? That's how we started
That's
talking.
where
I
most
ain't
of
known
your
her before
crushes
that.
start at. You
Yeah.
know,
I ain't known her before that.
crush on.
DM the
slide in your
guts. Love
DMs.
story. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, I've dated off of Facebook. You know?
I was like, ugh.
I did.
Yeah,
I got
that's no
already.
point.
I hit the next button. The sign up button. And it was like next.
Next.
And then who do you want to be?
Who do you
like,
wanna
what- I
be?
mean, who are you? And then it was like male, female. And then who do you want? Male, female. I was like backspace.
Backspace, backspace.
I don't want none of you motherfuckers on my timeline.
I'm dating,
I don't need
so I
an
didn't
app
want to
for
be
that.
out there. Like, I just want to see. But I was like, nah. Because that's what messed
All
up
these
my
apps, unless you're
current
going to pay
situation.
for them, all these dating apps end up being
And the ones you
hookup
pay
apps.
for are
That's exactly
psychotic.
what they are.
They're
Exactly.
hookup apps.
I don't want
You
one
get on
that-
You
apps
might
to
as well. It's
meet
like the
people.
free back page. Like,
You get on apps to meet people.
yeah.
That's your point.
And now that they done closed the Craigslist one down, like everybody just
because that was a whore list.
Yeah,
but some of these
the fear because
that's why every porno you
tag,
find
POS.
says Craigslist hookup or Craigslist bottom or Craigslist.
You ain't lying.
Whore or Craigslist anonymous. That's the worst ones.
I had an ex on Craigslist. Yeah, I know.
The ones when you
you met an ex on Craigslist?
No, I didn't meet an ex. He was with me, and he was on Craigslist.
Oh no,
yes.
That's scary.
Yes, it is.
That's
that they're in the hotel room, and they got on a blindfold and all kinds of shit. They have already presented themselves. I seen the chick that she was in the hotel room, and she just had her legs. Because she was very bendy, so she was already in a split on the hotel bed, faced up in a split like this. But she had a pillow over her face, and the person just came in and banged her out real quick.
And the porno is called Craigslist? Craigslist responses? What?
Right, no, the title of the video was Craigslist Anonymous Hookup.
Craigslist Anonymous Hookup. Wow, okay.
And then it tells you a description of what's going to happen.
You asking to have your throat slit.
And she said,
That's what I would be scared of. See, on Facebook or these websites or these,
they get paid to do it. They
can
tell the other person
you
to come
can
with a
see the
blindfold
person
too.
and how they move and what they post before you decide to be in their
inbox.
Pornhub
love to pay for those kind of videos.
You know what? Let me tell you something. In the event of any means necessary has to be done. I'm just saying.
I don't want to go out like that.
You don't want to go out like that? No. I'm just saying. If I could not feed Malik with nothing else, I may have to, I don't know. They are paying a lot of money for some of these people. I'm not knocking somebody. You won't see me there no time soon. Life is great right now. But
I don't want it because I need residuals. I don't want no one-time check. I need residuals.
Because people going to be playing it over and over and over.
Yeah, I want click pay.
Click pay.
Yeah, I want click pay.
You want like Cam?
Residuals. I don't want no one-time check.
Okay. This is radio. This is what happens.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a promo.
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of amateurs, and when you go on Pornhub now, it's nothing but amateur videos.
Oh, there's a lot of them in Baltimore. Trust every nigga who say he a videographer.
Can you
he has a porn on Pornhub?
Don't touch him. Don't get caught up.
Yeah, baby, I'm a videographer, so.
Right.
You come in his bedroom, he got about 4 or 5 cameras.
Green screen and everything.
Why you got a green screen?
Still no watch party.
I ain't knocking nobody. If you want to put a porn.
Still no watch party.
I don't.
But I can share it in my story.
But you can't. What? Share what? Hey guys.
My phone doesn't like to do watch parties anymore, and it's horrible.
You might have to change, like from your page to yourself.
But I can share it to my story. That's cool.
That's weird.
Today,
Facebook really didn't need a little.
Well, it's gonna be an
feature for dating
now. Well, that's because they probably looking at your DMs.
Sis, answer some of your DMs.
Well, that's what Facebook did. They looked at your DMs and saw you've been hoeing and sending pictures, and they said, "Well, let's get it on the game."
Hoeing and sending pictures.
Yeah. Whoa. What if you was just dating? That's not.
Well, that's the same thing.
Hoeing and dating is the same thing.
In this world, it is. Look how many people dating and they still on the apps, and that's why I want to do it. I was
that's because they're single.
Look crazy.
There's I think everyone has a different description or definition, I should say, of dating.
Well, me dating is that person. I'm not good with multitasking with people. I need one person.
If I'm single, I'm good with multitasking with people. I'm all right. I can have sex with one person and still entertaining. That's what I'm saying. You got to define that. You can have sex with one person, but you may be entertaining 2 or 3 other people.
Right.
If you're single,
entertaining, but not having sex with.
Yeah, I was able to do that.
Even dating, even going out, I don't want to be like at the Cheesecake Factory with this person on Monday, and then Thursday I'm with this person at the Cheesecake Factory, because I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory regardless. But I don't want to be like, oh, this nigga just be getting it in at the Cheesecake Factory.
That's your go-to date spot.
It is.
The Cheesecake Factory?
No. Because that's how you can tell how cheap somebody is.
Nobody seeing me eat the fried macaroni and cheese besides a friend. I'm not dating nobody while we eat fried macaroni and cheese.
You're not dating anyone with
No, because I love Cheesecake Factory's fried macaroni and cheese bowls.
You a whole beast. You got food all dripping down your...
I'm getting into it because it sits in a pool of marinara.
They gonna be all mad and jealous at you. Like, you gonna do that to me afterwards?
It sits in a pool of marinara with the 3 balls in the marinara. They put some Parmesan on top.
And that's it.
And when they bust open...
So you're not even paying attention to your date. You're paying attention to the food.
After. That's how it was. It was me, him, and Sharon went down there one night. I was like, I don't want to talk to y'all right now. So I finished these cheesecake balls. I mean, these macaroni and cheese balls.
See, this is
before who is that?
That's a trans man.
That's a trans man?
Is that he's saying?
We're gonna talk about tranny gate in a minute, y'all.
Click on Latham.
Yeah, he's too pretty. He's like a Shamar Moore. That's not my type.
Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That used to be a woman.
You can't even tell that was a woman.
That used to be a woman.
We're gonna talk about tranny gate in a minute. Malik Yoba. Starring Malik Yoba. Oh man, speaking of that. Oh no, you got an itinerary. Sorry, he has this is his show, y'all. This is definitely his show.
We coming on the Malik Yoba thing, but I wanted to again announce that I got a whole bunch of correspondents. Y'all seen that group? The group is full of people now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have somebody on different every week. People can come back whenever they want. I mean,
I know.
Come back anytime you want.
I ain't even gotta call y'all.
No, you don't. Just show up.
I'm part of the family like that. I can do that at being.
This is what you're afraid of.
We lost a member today, though.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But I'm not pressed on the member that we lost because
why you lose a member?
He hadn't contributed. Since he had been
this is a pre-op transgender
to anything, so I understand why he left. But I gave the disclaimer: when you join this group, it may get annoying, so you may want to hit the mute button sometimes.
Yeah, just hit the
so
mute
it
button.
Doesn't annoy you when you at work, because it was annoying me at work today.
It is your fucking group.
So
it is my group, but I was busy doing something other than talking about news. But that's where I found out about the Paul Mooney thing. So I was like, oh, good. I'm glad I got in here to add this to the show roster before we got started today. Oh, but we had the second gasoline incident today.
Yeah, I heard it was the second one.
The second one. This person had 660 gallons of gas in the back of a van. 30-year-old man. Apparently, there's this thing going around. I heard two different things. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the other one that was speculatory, and that was the fact that that whoever the other person was, it was a terror.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a terror, but I haven't seen any FBI or anybody here
it's just been police,
investigate it.
They was down. They were right here for like all day.
I've heard two different things, that they were setting up because of Thursday, which is because Trump's going to be here on Thursday.
Child.
Well, bitch, don't fuck our city up. Get him where he live at.
Right, why are you coming
but
here?
They're going to do it the easiest way to get them.
Or it could be a thing that they're not going after Trump. They could be Trump supporters and understand that people are going to be gathering in certain spots.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to be there.
So, but
ain't nobody going to be there.
They caught this 30-year-old man, though. And apparently there's this thing going around where they're stealing gift cards. And they use gift cards to buy all this gas. So they pay for the gas.
Well, scammers, I hate to say this, but,
So they're still looking, just to close that off, they're still
like
looking for a possible connection with the downtown incident, too. But
who was up there putting gas in damn vans and leaving them places?
There has to be a connection, though, because who's just buying all this gas in separate vehicles? I mean, they may not have been together, but I think they're involved in the same chain.
Of course.
Of events.
Well, like I worked at a gas station.
And
you're not allowed to buy over a certain amount. Well, that was our rule. Like somebody who's buying more than one container of it, like you're not even supposed to sell gas to somebody who's not putting it in a container.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you let somebody
get this
buy
many
that much
of gas?
gallon?
So it's an inside. Maybe it's an inside thing. To
without
have that
tanker.
much access to gas without a tanker. Yeah, that's an inside
because it makes
job.
it unsafe. That's an explosion hazard. And that happened on Route 40.
This is the second one.
This is the second one, and that happened on Route 40 and Ebenezer Road.
Most of the station owners are
that's way past Martin's East.
Why would it be all the way out there?
Because ain't nobody
I think he was
really
going out
paying
there because
attention.
that's real convenient. Oh, we gotta take a break. We'll come
And
back.
they're
We got
normally
more.
like,
we'll take a break.
Those are normally real
BigSourceRadio.com.
truck stops when they go out that far. So they not like the regular.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. That's safercar.gov/the right seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
I thought you was going to have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred.
Mm-hmm.
You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period.
Straight up.
My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated her. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed.
Right.
You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids. And it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And that's that new one that they just built.
Right. Welcome back to the show. It's Be Exposed Radio. You're listening to me talk lately. I'm joined with Mecca and Nate.
Hey.
Tonight, and we are
in
talking
the
about
building.
Negro Mountain.
Negro Mountain.
Right, which I'd never heard of.
Wait a minute. Let me read this.
And apparently, it's the real
Negro
mountain.
Mountains signs removed by Maryland State Highway Administration. It's a whole mountain called Negro Mountain in Maryland.
So it says Negro Mountain Ridge runs 30 miles long from Deep Creek Lake to Castleman River in Pennsylvania.
That's the black people.
We have a mountain, y'all. They named a mountain after us. Negro Mountain.
So it said the two signs stood on Interstate 68 and the other one was on Route 40.
Negro Mountain.
Mm-hmm. The sign was on Route 40?
Did they decide to rename it?
Yeah, but it's, up there but more by Cumberland.
Did they take the sign down and decide to rename it something else?
So it says, we continue to work with the Association for Studies of African American Life and History and the local community to better understand the interests of all stakeholders. So that's why they're taking it down, because they're now studying African American history. And I guess they think the word Negro is wrong.
Yeah, Negro Mountain.
Because I wonder if it was always Negro.
That's
Nigger Mountain. It could have been Nigger Mountain.
That's what we were known as, nigger.
Right.
That's what we wanted to be known as, other than nigger.
I don't need it to have any type.
Yeah, that was the NAACP word, Negro.
Negro Mountain.
That's where they got.
Well, my father always said there's black people and there's Negroes.
Because what was the NAACP before?
And when y'all sometimes get me mad, I say that too. I can deal with black
people,
Negro, but I can't deal with Negroes.
Right?
Put them on the mountain.
No, that's a separate organization.
Put them on the mountain.
So it's apparent that I don't belong to either. So.
And it's not the Negro League. We talking about that's baseball.
I really don't care.
That's baseball. Sorry.
I'm just looking at.
That you talking about the National Urban League
of Colored People, but wasn't it the C used to be an N?
National Urban League of Colored.
I don't know.
No.
I don't care. I'm just making stuff up at this point.
Okay.
Help him, Lord.
Please.
Y'all know I don't care. So remember, a couple weeks ago we were talking about the vape pens and stuff like that, how those people was getting sick.
Yeah, I don't like people smoking that shit around.
But no, it wasn't the vape pens. Now that's what needs to be cleared up, because it wasn't the vape pens that was making people sick. It was synthetic marijuana that was making people sick, and that's why they got that getting that lung stuff. Now that's what I wouldn't do. Why go to the extreme of vaping marijuana?
Well, a lot of people have been doing it because they do it with the oil, right?
But I don't get it. That's what I'm just saying.
In my recent past,
because it was the odor wasn't the same, right? The odor's not the same.
No,
the odor.
I liked the convenience of it because I can go to a restaurant and vape, and then you can smell it and continue to vape in peace. I stopped because what I noticed when I was vaping, every time I inhaled, I coughed. Like it felt like something.
Because it was a synthetic.
It was on my throat, on my throat.
No, it's because it's the oil. She was doing the oil, the CBD oil or something.
I guess if that's what
the oil. She was doing the oil.
Well, the vapor, how else would you do it?
No, I'm just saying, it's not like weed pack. It's not a pipe.
It's not a pipe, no. It's a vape pen. Yeah. Just like if it was tobacco. It's just that in my past, it had some stuff in it.
All right.
So, but every time I inhaled, and it wasn't just me. It was,
did you did the vape pen regular too?
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't get that effect?
No, I've done the vape pen with regular.
So it was the marijuana that was giving you that effect.
Right, and I never had it done like that. I never felt that before, so I stopped.
I would never be able to vape.
Every time I inhaled, I felt like I had the urge to cough.
And that's one of the things that I've said to people. I don't want people smoking that around me. Like, you're not allowed to smoke that in my house, and I don't hang around people that smoke. I'm not sitting beside you because we don't know really what it's going to do. Like right now,
you talking about vaping?
Yeah, just vaping in general, like whether it's weed or tobacco or whatever else is like the flavors and stuff.
Right.
Like they're about to be outlawed because
they're not actually. That's why this came up.
They're not outlawed.
The vape pens, they're not.
No, the flavors of not the vape pen, but the flavors are about to be banned in certain places because they feel like they're marketing that to children.
Yeah, right. I saw that.
I saw that too.
Because of the flavors, and it's
kind of like. But again, here's where the study comes into play, because the study that I read over the weekend was showing that it wasn't just that it's being marketed to children, but the parents are actually buying it for the children. I actually
the children are smoking.
I was in Rural Farms the other day, and I watched somebody's parent buy it for their 14-year-old.
Because at first children could buy them.
Oh heck.
But now I think that's still considered one of the tobacco
It's
product.
a tobacco product, right?
Yeah,
It's still
they could buy that first. I've seen children, like teenagers, walking around smoking them. And the problem was, if it's weed in it, you can't tell if it's weed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I agree with them.
But like you said, now it is marked that you have to be 21 or older to buy it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why the concern went away about the. I only tried one vape pen.
But
and it was just regular, and it didn't have, and I didn't get the one that had tobacco in it because I was trying to stop smoking. I just got a regular one
The mist looks like a water,
to give me the
flavor.
convenience.
But y'all still don't know what it's doing yet. That's the scary part. Like,
where's it going when it goes to the whole mechanical?
And what's in
Where's
it?
in it?
Like, what's in the whatever you smoking?
Yeah.
Because that's still your throat.
It's so new. Think about it. It's so new. It's so new right now that we're not going to know the effects of it until years later. Just like all these fake booty injections and shots. We're not going to know.
Walking around with holes in your
The product itself is new, but the ingredients are on the pack. You can read the ingredients. I don't know what they are at this moment.
But they were sold as this was safer than smoking a cigarette.
At first they were.
I think it still is.
People realize. See, now think about it. I don't know if they tested it before they got out to the market. So we are the test subjects.
They deter from or define the difference between the two. One of them is you're consuming something burnt.
Yeah.
And the other one is you're consuming something warmed. There's a difference. The burnt stuff is what's killing your lungs because you're feeding yourself the burnt part.
Right.
You're going to play that sound. Like, I hate you sometimes. Burn! I hate it.
We got the sound effect.
I think we got to go to break. So we'll be back.
It's time for break. I stopped vaping because of that.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should've been blessed with certain chances. Looked down upon, getting all the hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up, you gotta go hard.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Look, who the hell is this bitch?
Who are you trying to?
That's not who I was trying to pull up. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back. But yeah, how high is you trying to get? Like, really?
Anybody got any exciting plans this weekend?
An exciting what?
Plans.
Yes! I'm going to a 40th birthday party.
48.
Twiz' girlfriend, Miss Rel Cheeks.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's on Saturday.
Yeah, sugar mama.
Happy birthday. Hey.
Because Twiz ain't that old.
Shit.
Twiz is 39.
I know. That's she's in your order. Yeah.
She said, let me upgrade you. But no. So, Saturday, that's where I'm going to be. And that's it.
Nate.
Other than that, my mom.
I'm going to a couple plays.
Oh.
I've been invited. People just be sending me tickets, and I'll be like, I'm gonna be there. But these are actually people that I know personally that I see, and they're like, I'm okay.
So you going there? What you doing?
I am going to. All right, Friday. No, Thursday. I'll talk about tomorrow.
Yours start on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday I'm going to a birthday party out Corinthians.
Okay.
And that's going to lead to me going to
Corinthians.
Saturday.
I ain't heard that in a long time.
I know.
That's what I said.
I had to think about that.
Heard the word
Corinthians. I haven't been to Corinthians.
First of all, you do
can't
not
even
fit
enjoy
the
it.
age demographic for Melba's.
It was
you gotta
when
be at least 10 more years older.
10 more years for Melba.
For the ladies.
This was,
for the
I
ladies.
was like 20.
See, I only got to watch party on here.
Oh,
I might have been like 21,
mean mugging
22.
you. Them ladies are there.
I was with my homegirls. They were about the same age.
Miss Melba, they was mean mugging you.
They probably was.
You was too young to be in there.
I'm always the youngest in the crew.
The dudes can
always,
be 12.
no matter where I'm at, who I'm with, I'm always the youngest of the crew.
Miss Mildred, Miss Emma, they was.
God, Mildred.
I don't want to go nowhere. I'm
Did you see the dating thing?
Is that the dating
right
app?
there?
Dating, find love through what you like. I already did. He was in my inbox.
And then you get started.
Yeah, DM the guts, babe. DM the guts, a love story. That's how we started, right?
That sound like
we ain't need no app from Facebook. You just hopped in my inbox, right?
That sound like that's about to get raunchy.
Oh, it's going to be another tag. It's going to be another POF. It's going to be another whatever.
Not POF. My friend was on there, and I begged her to stop because the people that she was meeting.
Oh, and
they are dudes on POF looking for homes, honey.
Them hobosexuals.
Hobosexuals?
That should be.
Hobosexuals?
And then Saturday, I'll be at the 6th annual seafood festival.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I want to go to that. I'm just tired of festivals. One thing, Baltimore has a lot of festivals.
Yes, they do.
And it be the same vendors at every one of them.
Yes, they do. You're over it.
I'm going to go. I mean, this year I don't have to work it, so I might go. But it was just that whole waiting thing. Like.
And it's hot outside, waiting in line
Yeah,
to get
you
to
break down that.
It wasn't that hot last year. It was hot probably for you because you was back there cooking and crap.
Exactly.
But as we walk past you.
It's down there at it's down there at in Canton by the water.
Off right over Boston Street.
Yeah, on the water.
I'm going to that party. You know, I've gotten older now, so it's like
I'm taking a blanket this time because there was nowhere to sit. Not
once
one
I take the bra off, I'm not going nowhere for the most part.
How you gonna give people crabs and nowhere to sit? So we ended up having to take them home.
Because that's Baltimore. You know what festival or what event that I don't get?
But we had a blast though. We was drinking.
Dinner in Blanc.
Well, it's supposed to be dinner in strange places. Like it will take up a block somewhere. Just a random area.
Well, see, this is what
it's supposed to be a secret.
At first, when you look at the pictures. And I'm sure people gonna hate on me for I don't care. When you look at the pictures, it looks nice and glamorous, and people are having a good time.
Because now people putting
and I was like,
onto it.
I want to try. And then when I looked at the specifications for it,
the specs.
Yeah.
Which one? I mean, what turned you on?
So what turned me off is the one that I looked at was like you had to pay $65. You go to this undisclosed location. You don't know you're going to this location until you get to the bus. But the problem is I have to bring my chair, my own table,
your own food,
my own food, my own cutlery, and
well, that's supposed to be like the the spontaneity of it is like a spontaneous dinner party.
Well, then why am I paying
I don't like it because, well...
What am I paying to bring my own stuff for?
Well, that's the getcha gotcha. But I don't like it. I've been to a couple of them. I don't like them now because now you to put homegirl on, little Pookie down there, you know, Murphy Holmes.
Right.
Like now she's going.
And it's not a special or exclusive.
It's not exclusive no more.
My thing is, it should have been exclusive when people sat there. You know what would have been real? That what got exclusive when you had to pay. Call me, put me in a certain bracket. I don't care. I'm not paying $65 to bring my own.
Well, I've seen similar ones.
If they
not
say
that
we
one.
supply the food.
Now, ones that I've seen other places. That's the first one I've ever went to. It was in California, and you paid a pretty penny, and everything was provided for you, and you just showed up.
I can do
but
that.
But it's gotten this way because this is what we do in Baltimore. We cheapen
no, it was
everything.
In Philly, too.
No, well, they move around. I mean, it happened here too, but I just don't like it because it don't feel as exclusive. I can go to a regular white party for all that.
I will feel exclusive if I'm paying $55.
Because it used to be artsy.
I don't even mind bringing the drink. I don't even mind bringing my own drink. Or or I can bring my own food. You provide the tables and stuff. I'm not lugging chairs and tables in all white in a nice outfit.
In a secret, and I don't even know.
I don't even know where I'm at. In a secret, and it's hot. Like I gotta carry this stuff.
Yeah,
it's
in
hot.
the summertime. Yeah,
it's the summertime. Yeah. I'm sweating.
It was here a couple times.
I'm a thick chick, honey.
It's nice. I mean, I like the concept of it, but again, it don't feel organized to me. And I didn't when you see everybody that's like, bitch, we could have just went on a white party on Spirit Cruises. Like,
I swear.
Just cut out the middleman. Just all white.
But see,
Spirit
that's
Cruises.
what I don't even get entertainment like that in Baltimore. Like that's
because everybody try to be different. Like
I
this
don't
year,
mind being different, but if you're gonna be different, go make sure you go. It's only a few.
But people don't
people's
think
events
about
that Tommy Bennett. I'm gonna shout him out.
You like that Fox, don't you?
What? No, I like his parties.
Yo, you like that Fox, don't you?
I mean, I like older men. I mean, my
that gray beard got you.
My baby, personally.
That bald head, that gray hair got you.
You know, but his events.
Because he
are grown and sexy. He thinks it all the way through. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like this is some cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Type situation.
It happens, but people don't. They see people doing things and then think they can do it. Like that happened to our Baltimore Fashion Week this year. Somebody came up with the urban Baltimore Fashion Week.
We don't.
And it was inside of a club.
You know what?
A 3-story club. No. I'm not hating on them, but you're not thinking about people when you just finding a venue like, ooh, this gonna be hot. No. It's not like people don't really think about how people gotta move around. Like that, I agree with you. Like currying and all this shit, and I don't even know where I'm going, and I'm dressed up, and I'm hot by the time I get there.
Right, I'm hot and sweaty because I'm up here doing manual
I would say
labor
go
to eat
once.
somewhere.
Go once and experience it. It's like medieval times. Just go once, experience it.
Right.
No, I'm good. I can dress up in white and keep my $55 at home and eat my shit.
Okay.
It's supposed to be you and your friends, and you're supposed to meet.
I see them heifers all the time. Okay. We know how to get down for $55.
She real.
I'm sorry. Hey, I got real despondent real quick because I was trying to fix this iPhone. This iPad pisses me off. I was trying to get myself back in my thoughts. So the rest of my weekend.
It's 40.
That's what we still have. On me. So the rest of my weekend on Sunday. What did I say I had to do on Sunday? Oh, I'm going to go see It, Chapter 2.
Yeah, my stomach. I'm gonna go see that.
I've just been disappointed by movies.
Really?
And I'm gonna go to that new Pancake House. You know the Pancake House over there on Boston Street?
Oh, geez,
Yeah.
Ain't it Asian owned or something like that?
It's called the Pancake House.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's called the Pancake House.
Yeah.
I think IHOP should sue, but.
Well, I mean.
But they don't own. They don't have no.
There's Waffle House.
No ownership of the word Pancake and House.
Waffle House. Yeah. I mean, it's it's some white person went to the Waffle House like, you know what, we should just make it the Pancake House. But you only got one location. So. Well, it's in Canton, so it's probably a little pricey.
That's what I said. It's right next to Outback Steakhouse.
You know where I went was the last weekend before last? Urban Oyster. That was really good.
I know that's where I was working at the seafood festival.
The seafood festival?
Urban Oyster. Where is that?
That's what I was doing. It's down in Canton.
Canton.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking about the other oyster, the one that's on.
Yeah.
It was good. She.
And she's a young black girl.
Young black girl.
That's on
doing her
Preston
thing.
In Maryland.
I know what you're talking about.
Oyster bar.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I like it.
That's where I was working at for the seafood festival.
And they have a vegan option now. They got like a mushroom burger.
She's at the farmers market. She does a lot of the festival. She's at the farmers market, but she has her own brick and mortar. Right now, she used to be at our house too.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Tyler Perry, who sent his private jet to the Bahamas.
Oh yes.
I thought that
Tyler
was
Perry.
nice.
That was nice. Hold on.
I mean, not just nice. That was very.
That was awesome.
Altruistic of him too.
Absolutely. He got money. He knows how to, I want to be like that when
One day when you grow up.
You gotta put a strap on.
I do.
Man up.
Sometimes I have to put a strap on. I feel like that in life sometimes. To get things done. They see titties and they're like, oh God. We can just cool. No, sometimes I need a strap on. Like, yeah, you may see titties, but listen. I gets the job done.
Get it.
Get it.
Okay.
Ow. But no, that was a really good thing.
A little good news for the children. Every Saturday now at the Baltimore Rec.
The Baltimore Rec Centers are open on Saturday.
You is not gonna let your son go to no rec.
Why not?
My son, I would let him go to the rec center.
But they in the county.
You gonna be right there.
I mean, I would be right there down the street. But yeah, he
Ain't
can
you in
go.
the county?
Yeah. They don't even have them in the
They don't
county.
have no rec centers in the
Ain't
county
that some shit? They
anymore.
don't.
They have facilities.
If they had rec
in the
centers,
county.
Malik, first
Besides,
of
yeah,
all,
the
Malik would
Liberty
have had
Rec,
to gone.
yeah.
He would have had to start going at as a young child. I can't tell a 16-year-old that's already set in his ways with video games and he discovered Fortnite.
Oh gosh.
Child, he ain't going.
If I have to
Hey.
give up Fortnite, that's all children talk. Like, parents, what are you doing to your child?
I want to know.
What you mean? Well, we don't even know what this thing was until he started cussing like a
And
sailor.
he's using your son?
Yes, my child is, first of all, everyone that meets Malik knows he's a well-mannered, quiet to himself young kid. He gets on Fortnite, it's all types of pussies and bitches, and he told somebody one day, you know what? Your birth was a mistake.
Yes, I love
I'm using it.
You a whole total mistake.
It's
That's what he told somebody. I'm like,
it's
I feel
creating
like
bad
he got that
habits.
from me, but
I think it's bringing up bad habits in them. A parent came into my classroom like pissed because her son had used her credit card to buy like music or something within it.
Malik's done that too.
And she was, I think it was an amount because she came in, she didn't even say, hey, Mr. Couser. It was joked him up and took him out. And then she said something to me afterwards. But I was like, what are you got to monitor them.
Well, see, what happened with me, it was like a $40 charge. But it was like, Mom, let me hold your card real quick so I can get this one thing. But then
because he's such a sweet son, you like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I don't think at the time he didn't understand the mechanics of reoccurring charges. And didn't see that little fine print.
Yeah.
So the charge from PlayStation kept coming up on me. I'm like, what in the world? I don't like none of it.
Nate, you got your ear to the ground a little bit more than anybody else does.
Oh, Lord, child, I don't know how this about to go.
Right, exactly.
As far as the underground is concerned.
Underground of what? Boo, what is you doing?
Right, that's what I'm saying. This nigga better come out. What's the punchline, nigga?
What is you doing in the street?
I ain't doing shit but sleeping. That's what I'm doing. Going home to go to
Have you
sleep.
heard anything about any protests or anything forming for this Thursday thing?
For Trump, one of the things
I wouldn't be able to believe
the biggest protest is y'all just go to work.
That's what I'm saying. I just wouldn't be able to believe that they're having a House Republican retreat in a Democratic city.
That you just sat there and
that you just called dirty and rat infested.
That's
well, it's
PR.
supposed to be in
That's PR.
Right.
Well, where's
That's PR.
it's supposed to be in South Baltimore because
the most dirtiest infested. Sorry.
That's supposed to be the biggest, place like the
What's
Dundalk.
South Baltimore? East side South Baltimore? Talking about over there by Dundalk?
Yeah, Dundalk and Essex.
Okay.
Because that population of people are known to be a lot racist. So that's where they go hold it there. They can't hold it.
But it's not. It's at the Baltimore Marriott waterfront.
Well, that's still downtown. But they supposed to be meeting in South Baltimore.
That's a PR stunt. Somebody said, elections around the corner. You've been a little vocal about Baltimore.
Haven't I been in that hotel before, too? Boycott. Because I don't understand why anybody here would even open up there. Well, they didn't know he was coming.
Well, they probably planned it as like a regular business retreat, and now it's getting the publicity that somebody probably found out.
But I just want to know where the protest's going to be, because they might.
It's probably going to be there. It's probably going to be there.
The best protest, instead of picking it, y'all asses don't give that shit no audience.
I'm just trying to figure out where the protest, because I would think they would.
Well, you have to. You got to bring light to it
outside the hotel.
Oh, they definitely. It's going to be right there.
Just to try to prevent him from showing up.
Oh, that's not going to stop him from showing up.
Yeah, and that's going to bring more police.
Egotistical. Yeah. If anything, he wants to show he can be able to show up. That's what people don't understand.
Is still, things are different here now. It's very different here.
Well,
police officers get shot.
Yeah, but see, you know what? That's where Baltimore is messed up at.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
All day long.
Yeah. But some of the police officers now at BPD downtown headquarters don't want to come to work no more.
Ain't nobody going after Trump. These dudes are not even going after the people that shoot good-hearted.
They're family members.
But that's what I'm talking about. They don't want to go. The BPD don't want to go to work no more. They starting to call out like they don't want to come to work no more. So who's protecting him?
The Secret Service.
It's not enough of them. They still need BPD support.
They probably going to bring in the National Guard.
They probably going to bring in Maryland State Police.
They may do the Maryland State Police, but he's not going to not be surrounded with enough security. You ain't got to worry about that.
I'm not worried about him in particular.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm worried. I'm talking about.
Because he probably hired private police officers too.
You talking about how the protesters get violent with police?
Exactly.
I
don't want this to be another riot situation. Like, you came here, motherfucker. You already talked about us, bitch. Get out of here.
And they
start throwing trash cans and jumping on roofs and shit.
But see, that didn't happen on Freddie Gray. Remember, it was always peaceful. Like all the ones that came down here, they were always peaceful.
Right after the riots. Because at 8 o'clock, that's when the riots started.
Well, I didn't count that as a protest. That was a bunch of niggas that wanted to get something out of it. That wasn't really a protest. You wanted that shit out of there. You just found an opportunity.
I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal.
As you I know
it's going to be protest. It's going to be protest, and it may be certain people.
No, I'm just wondering if somebody organizing something.
They may be, but you won't.
Oh yeah, they are.
I haven't heard anything. Like, I heard about some of the other ones. I haven't heard anything about anything.
Some of the organizations that would. You wouldn't know about it until
the day
of.
Yeah.
That's when they start posting it.
Stuff can't be held a secret like that if you want people to show up.
Well, a lot of people that are in the groups, that's what happened. That's what happened with the one that came down here. They blasted it the day of,
we got to take a break.
Can't be
stopped. Lately.
Because most times, if they put it out this early.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back to the show.
This guy in jail, so one of those jail documentaries.
I know which one you're talking about.
You talking about the booty bandit dude?
Yeah, that's where the meme
He
came
was so serious too. The
that's
booty bandit guy
with the man like this. That's
yes, the booty bandit guy.
Coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, we're gonna talk about Paul Mooney and Malik Yoba.
Yeah, Paul Mooney, Tranny-gate and
Paul Tranny-gate.
Yeah, Tranny-gate. Yeah, I really want to talk about that because I want to get the more details of the story because it's not just him coming out; it was some other stuff after that.
No,
now
it was
a guy coming out
teenager.
saying that when he was a teenager, he was having sex. How do you know if he actually?
No, it was a transsexual out on a beat.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to have slept with someone that was 13.
We're not talking about that now. It's the 8 o'clock. You didn't hear me preface it with the 8 o'clock hour?
Yeah,
well, you wouldn't have brought it up.
I said I was letting my listeners know that in the 8 o'clock hour.
What time is it? You got so many things on your damn. Child, you got all types of notifications all up on your bar. Jesus, this is when you're a boss. Right, yeah, when you've been chilling for a minute like me, I don't get notifications. Once you get a man, you chilling.
Let me see that Instagram.
Shit don't be blowing up no more.
Pull that Instagram up. Let me see that Instagram.
You don't have to see my Instagram. But if y'all want to see my Instagram, it's 38 Snups, 2 B's and a half at the end.
What is? I just can't get with Instagram.
You know, I've been more on Facebook and Instagram, but you know what? You like conversation. Instagram is not much.
Talk to me.
It's not too much conversation. You can't just post well, you can if you.
A post of words, yeah.
Yeah.
But I gotta turn it into a picture.
It's not like
It's
Facebook.
a lot going
and
on.
maybe because we're old too. I'm used to Facebook. So.
She said we're.
I swear I'm old. I swear I'm always like that. I've been an old soul since forever.
There was this incident that happened in somebody's neighborhood where they were having a barbecue and one of their neighbors was vegan and all they kept smelling was the burning meat. So she ended up calling the police on the black folk.
So this vegan white chick calls police on black people that are grilling?
And she was an Australian vegan, whatever.
An Australian vegan? So what did they do? What did they break the law though?
No, they weren't breaking the law. So, and it was supposed to be a small barbecue. So, once they had this, they was getting ready to do this barbecue. So, apparently, they was cooking out and stuff. So, apparently, they called the police and the news crews came and everything. So, now from the news crew coming, they told the news crew, like, everybody come. So, now 3,000 people done came out to this barbecue. And this lady is having a fit. I was like, I would have moved. I mean, if you don't want to smell, like, it's just one day. What is your issue with this one day? These people having a cookout.
They're black. It had nothing to do with
that's
the meat.
Exactly what it was.
They were black. What is that? Is this either a city or a state that's going to start allowing people?
She sued them too.
She sued the neighbors?
She sued them because of the smelly meats.
There's this one state that's going to start that just passed a law that said that's going to start allowing people to sue people who call the cops on them for nothing.
That should be. I mean,
I'm gonna be packed. That's my tax dollars, miss.
Well, it's all.
And don't do that crap in Baltimore. We are already short staffed with police, and they really gotta be trying to solve
the law. They call it out. I'm telling you, they call it out.
Most places it's against the law to call the police under false pretenses.
And that's you should be arrested for that.
I did.
Okay.
I was hungry.
So
you want some chips?
Okay.
Poor baby.
The water. I thought the water was gonna help me cut it down, but it's not happening. My head is actually starting to hurt and everything. The iPad did it.
Oh, child.
That's that top bun. You tied it too tight.
It's not tight. Look.
You know what?
It's not tight.
Shady boots.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, you need to start. We need to be able to start counter.
I had a question. It's for both of you. What would you do if somebody put $120,000 in your bank account?
Spend that shit.
First
I got bills that I'm about to pay.
What are the grounds are you spending this by accident?
I'm spending it. I'm sorry. That's the bank fault.
The bank is not going to see that. They're going to say
because you still stole.
And they're going to stick you with that bill.
You knew it wasn't yours.
And
that's what they're going to say.
Yeah, they're going to say
when you get in front of the judge. You knew it wasn't yours.
You knew it wasn't yours.
I didn't.
I know.
I'm a business person. I thought somebody had transferred
But let me
it
tell
into
you
my
something.
account.
They're gonna be like, you knew it wasn't yours.
I'm gonna go through a whole emotional breakdown about it because if I look at my bank account and see $125,000 in my account, I'm gonna go through so many different emotional roller coasters.
While you're getting dressed and get up out there, get that hair done.
At the most, I would be like, let me kind of give myself a payday advance.
No.
Let me spend.
I'm not touching it. First of all, me.
enough money that if I get caught, they be like, "Miss."
No, I'm gonna just when I get in front of the judge, I'm gonna like, look, you can clearly see I paid off bills. It's not grand theft. It's theft if I illegally put that money into my account.
No, it's that. It is theft
because
you stole something that you knew did not belong to you.
I'm gonna say, Your Honor, I'm a praying man, and I felt like God had opened up the floodgates, and I was.
So you're gonna use insanity for your motion. I
would contact the bank and tell them that I think y'all made an error. Is there a reward for me returning this? Because I would want the reward. Because if they be like,
but five G's out of 20. Okay, but I'm gonna transfer that money first. So then I'm gonna ask is there a reward? Because if it ain't, bitch, I'm sorry.
Because so this happened.
My
to
bill's
two
gonna be
people.
paid while I'm in jail.
This did actually happen to two people, and one of them is Robert Williams and his wife Tiffany Williams. They received $120,000, and they went on a shopping spree.
Amen. I'm gonna pay bills. I'm paying my salary.
They bought an SUV. They bought 2 4-wheelers and a car. They paid some bills. They got some repairs done. They made some cash purchases, and they gave their friends $15,000.
And how long did it take the bank to realize this?
They probably realized it immediately, but they had already went out and spent all this stuff.
You can't do that in a day.
It probably was over the course of a weekend.
Online spending, honey. If I have $120,000, I can just click to get that off a line. That ain't hard.
I want to go into the.
I'm trying to figure out how they got the money because you had to go to the bank and ask them to withdraw it because you can't get that out the ATM machine.
You just use your card.
Use your card. Online spending, honey.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking about for the SUV. I'm talking about for the SUV and the 2 4-wheelers and a car.
That's a card.
You could do that.
Yeah, that's a card, baby. That's
a credit card. That's a
card.
card.
That, please.
No, I'm talking about.
But if you
have a limit, there's a daily limit on your credit card, on your debit card purchases.
Yeah, but they
not a check.
They put down
a check.
But Jake, they may have had good credit.
A check.
So they may have had bigger amount.
That could be key.
A check. You could pay for a car with a check.
Yeah. Promissory note. Now they owe them and.
We gotta go to break. We'll be back at the 8 o'clock hour.
Child, I went through a nervous wreck trying to figure out what I'm gonna do.
White keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rub. If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. If you playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you. Oh yeah. Come on, dog, throw this in there. Gotta dedicate this to the homie out of New Orleans. Break. Said she wanna bump that. You wanna do it? Go ahead, do it.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Don't you think he would be up here talking?
Yeah.
That's Paul Mooney. Somebody said Paul Mooney hiding. Paul Mooney ain't hiding. Wait a minute. Paul Mooney's not well.
Good. He's good. He's doing well. He's looking well. He's ill. He's ailing mentally. So he's
physically.
He's not what he was. He's slower.
So he's basically retired from stand-up.
Because he can't get up and
because
do a whole
don't you think he would be up here talking?
Yeah.
That's Paul. Wait a minute. Paul Mooney's not well. Somebody just said in Atlanta that Paul Mooney canceled his show because he was performing in Atlanta. Paul Mooney don't perform. He was coming to Atlanta because he promotes comedians, just like he did back in the day when he put Robin Williams on, when he put Tim Reed on, when he put Johnny Witherspoon on. He's always promoted comedians. So that's what he can do now. The only reason he didn't go to Atlanta, Paul, he don't even know what's going on right now with all this Richard Pryor stuff. He don't need to speak on it. We speaking on it. We're his oldest sons. He's actually the oldest.
Yeah, he don't know the difference between Richard Pryor Jr. and Little Richard. So you ain't getting nothing out of it. Like somebody trying to create it. Oh, he was scared to show up. He was dehydrated and ill. He had to cancel. He had to cancel the presentation. He was in the hospital. So give me a break. If you're gonna come to us.
That's right. We'll deal with you all.
Right. The twin.
So we
men.
definitely. So we.
Yes, honey. Just put the volume up.
She can watch the end.
It's over. It's already finished now. We're back.
So they defended him basically.
So explain to them in the video. Explain what happened.
They are
in the
defending
video.
them. That's their purpose. Their purpose was there for them to defend them.
For the people that don't know the details, you may have to start at one. What are they saying in that video?
That first clip was them saying that Paul is ill.
Paul is ill.
And that's it. That was that first clip.
So I wanted to,
and that's why he wasn't in his performance in Atlanta. But it wasn't his performance. It was actually, so they basically were clearing up that it was a Paul Mooney.
He didn't cancel it because this
show.
A Paul
Mooney a bunch of comedians, just like
so
how
he was hosting.
So they were basically saying it because in the next clips that's coming up, they're gonna be like, he
produced the show. He wasn't a part of the
He was only there to sign autographs and stuff like that. But
apparently,
he didn't cancel the show because of this Richard Pryor stuff. He canceled the show because he got sick. Because he's old and sick.
Okay, so
he is
the
like
whole
70.
Richard Pryor thing is. Richard Pryor's bodyguard tried to say that Paul Mooney has sex.
No, he was in an interview and said that he molested
Richard Pryor Jr. Mm-hmm. That is some shit to say. So, what did Richard Pryor Jr. say?
Okay, wait. All right, let's do the second clip.
His response wasn't clear.
Okay, let's do the second clip.
And just...
You saw it.
But you guys did hear these about the allegations concerning
we're
Richard
very
Pryor
hip to the
Jr.
allegations.
We are very hip to
we've known Rashawn quite well. We've known Rashawn.
Okay.
And, how y'all gonna listen to a goddamn bodyguard?
Yeah, I thought it's usually the maid that tells the business, not the bodyguard. Good Lord. Bodyguard out guarding the door.
What is your guys' response upon
my
even hearing the story?
response is fuck you. Rashawn told that shit years ago. Richard Pryor Jr. ain't said nothing about it. Yeah. So why you gonna tell somebody's business? Please.
Richard Pryor Jr. had a book and didn't say nothing about Paul Mooney. Then you gonna come out with a book, he got a book coming out, a book afterward talking about what Paul Mooney did.
You look at, and this is documented in Richard Pryor's Jr. book. Richard Pryor Jr. says when he was 13 years old that his father, Richard Pryor, paid for a 26-year-old prostitute to break his virginity. In his book, this ain't no make-believe stuff. This ain't no make-up stuff.
And he also talked about picking up two
when he was a teenager,
hitchhikers. Bringing them to Richard Pryor's house. This was documented.
He ain't never
when
mentioned
Richard Pryor told shit about he put a hit on Paul. Richard Pryor was high every goddamn day. He probably put a hit on everybody. He probably put a hit on his mama.
Yes, I don't know what I'm doing.
The volume? Oh, you had it's volume. It's on.
Do you hear anything?
No.
I'm gonna turn mine on.
I said I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what happened. Maybe
I'm gonna turn mine on.
Here. So in other words, Richard Pryor Jr. is saying that he was molested, but he never said it was from Paul Mooney.
Mm-hmm.
And the bodyguard is saying it was Paul Mooney.
It was Paul Mooney, and Richard Pryor knew, and Richard Pryor was going to get a hit put out on him. That he did have a hit put out on him.
That he did have a hit out on him.
But then you see all these videos of them together and shit, which makes it seem strange.
So my thing is this, though. Why didn't the mother come out and say anything if that's what happened? Or why didn't
Richard Pryor's wife?
Yeah.
I mean, the same way none of his brothers and sisters came out, or if this was something that happened, all of them would know about this. Somebody would know.
The thing about it is that, you know, like they mentioned in one of the clips that Richard Pryor wrote in his autobiography, his book, that the son, he actually bought a prostitute for him to at
that time, a lot of people did
that. Happened in his 20s. Mm-hmm. So there again, the timeline is skewed.
But my thing is, who told you even if that situation happened?
They're buying you prostitutes in your 20s. That's kind of fishy.
That to become a prostitute in their 20s?
No, to get your child a prostitute. Now
Richard Pryor was going both ways.
Yeah, his infamous he sucked the dick joke. Like that was his real life. He said he got so high one day he was sucking the dick.
Oh, child.
Yeah.
And everybody thought that was a joke.
And he has a gay son.
We don't know if that was Paul.
He has a son that
because to be honest, Paul does come off a little metrosexual.
That's what the security officer was saying. They were saying, you know, out of all of this bravado, because normally in his acts he normally brings out these women.
But you know what
they were saying that's not his truth.
I keep saying though, there has to be a purpose for him, for this bodyguard, because if it's true or if it's not true, he's only doing this to sell books.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Why is this?
He has a book coming out.
Why is this
that's my thing. My thing was, damn, did you get the okay? Did you even get the okay to share that? Because if it did happen as a victim of molestation. Did you get the okay to even
because
square up with the victim?
This person under the bus,
this guy under the bus, under the bus,
there.
Exactly, and you putting that man's business out there.
And that's the part that I don't get from this. That's the part that makes this unbelievable to me because he's selling a book.
Right, you're selling a book,
and it is based on him being the bodyguard of this man.
Yeah. And the first thing that comes out the book is this story.
All right, let's play.
That's not even related to.
All right, so we'll play the next one.
That's not even related to Richard Pryor.
Richard, and then the timeline. This was in the '80s, and in '82 they do a film and in concert together, and you see him with Richard, and you see him with Richard in '85 and '86, on and on and on. The fuck, if you want to kill somebody, you gonna hang with them, especially if they supposed to be with your child, you're gonna be their friend. What the fuck is he talking about? It's like insanity.
This is my thing. This is my thing. Ain't none of it true.
Exactly.
It's all lies. It's all gossip. Until Richard Pryor Jr. steps up to the plate and says somebody did something, then it's truth. Other than that, it's just haterade.
If Richard Pryor Jr. says it is true.
Well, we'll deal with that then.
Yeah, we'll deal with that. You talking, that's a what if.
That's a big what if.
But let me tell you, this is what I mean by this. We've been knowing our father for a long time. For this to come up, anytime we've ever saw our father is with women. Beautiful women. That's all we know. Now, he had mistresses. Now, was I supposed to tell that? Yeah. I know he had women mistresses when he was married. So, other than that, that's all we know as our father. He was a ladies' man. That's what we know. So anything other than that is speculation.
He was saying too that it basically he was saying he was like they only knew him as a ladies' man. They didn't know him as anything other than.
So then you can defend your father of how you know him, but you can't really say how he was when you wasn't around.
Right, because they were children too.
They were children, so you're not going to be experiencing certain parties the way they claim to be.
But the bigger point is that from that clip, is what I heard is that the timeline.
The timeline of when this is supposed to have happened.
And why would you still be his friend?
Why would you still be his friend?
If this is a person that you was threatening to kill, why would you still be his friend?
That's
and
true.
then you didn't write up. And then the other part of it is that you didn't write about this in your book.
That's right.
And why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
If this is the person you were going to try to kill.
Exactly. Who are you talking about?
Because you wouldn't care. Right. You wouldn't care.
Yeah. He would have wrote that in his book.
You wouldn't care. And then you would hide your mind. You would hide your mind trying to put your thoughts together.
He put his
that would
own
have been a
business out there.
prevalent thought.
So he would have definitely have said that in that book.
That would have been a prevalent thought.
And not only that, I mean, as a parent, you can't protect your child from somebody. That emotion will come out in the book.
But the security officer claimed that he knew, and he put this $1 million bounty out over
you threatened this man's
his
life.
head. So why wouldn't you go through with it?
Exactly.
He even joked about
it's not hard to find Paul Mooney because he was still touring and still working and still in the industry, and they were still friends. So that's where it's a little skeptical.
Right, let's play this last one before we go to break.
That's bad. A lot of people arrested.
This is the interesting one because this is what he brings up Malik Yoba.
I mean, pedophileness is bullshit. Yeah. That's a whole nother level. What I'm talking about right now with the LGBT community and all that, and the gay thing, and who, that bisexuality or whatever have you that's out there right now. That's always been the norm in Hollywood anyway. But now it's becoming the norm in society. And now the people who was in the closet are coming out the closet, like that actor did the other day. What's his name from Undercover?
Malik Yoba.
Yeah, this stuff
he's out the closet.
This
now.
stuff is undercover to out the closet. So this stuff is common today. But what does that have to do with your talent? What does that have to do with your contribution to society? What does that have to do with who you are as a creative person? You see. So when we talk about the timeline with Richard Pryor Jr., if this happened. How old was he? Yeah. Once say you say little boy, but then it was a little boy. Then you say your timeline is different. Was he 19? Was he 20? So it's all until Richard Pryor Jr. comes out with it. I don't know. What is it about now? All the great things that Paul Mooney has contributed to Hollywood. Why now all of a sudden something becomes popular in the media? Why now? That Michael Jackson, look what they did to Michael Jackson. Look what they did to Bill Cosby. Look at what they do to these black men after they've created a legacy. Then all of a sudden they get older. Somebody want to crack and destroy their legacy. Are you kidding?
Right. Maybe Paul Mooney knew about it, or maybe Paul Mooney was around when it happened. And this guy is like...
My thing is what if it was the damn bodyguard?
At the whole time.
Probably, and that's probably the whole reason why he's not saying something.
Or the bodyguard was joined in.
Or joined in and he's trying to exclude himself from it.
And because Paul Mooney is sick, he's throwing Paul Mooney under the bus because he can't defend himself.
Right.
Well, he's putting out a book, so we live in a world now, all you gotta do is say somebody did something. It's not even any proof that you need. Like, you can say this happened 30 years ago. Who knows what happened 30 years ago?
Exactly.
I am intrigued on wondering what Paul Mooney is sick with.
Now, did he just get sick around all this happening, or was he been sick for a minute?
Right.
That's my thing.
I don't know.
Because people get sick when they don't want to have to handle something.
No, I actually heard he's been sick for a while.
A minute now.
Like
that's
older. Why he always sat down at the shows and stuff like that. He always was stationed with the mic like this.
Yeah, I remember
he was,
that.
Like weak and.
He's older. Like, anything could be like anything could be wrong with him. But people just
crazy.
Anything for a life.
I don't like the fact that at some point you didn't sit there and disclose this. Like
that's why I wanted to do this first because it led into Malik Yoba.
Okay, so are we talking about Malik? I can't wait to talk about
That's going to come back. We're going to do that in.
Because I need to hold the whole story. Because that was surprising when he came out with. For me, I was like, really, Malik? Hey.
And again,
okay, that's your
like
thing.
I said, it was. I don't think he was. It was easy. Like, let me just.
No,
come out.
He knew someone was threatening with some info.
Like, I just didn't believe that he just chose to do it.
Just out of the blue.
Because it was too awkward. It wasn't direct.
It was out of the blue. It wasn't he related to a kid's story. That's what he did.
Yeah, but when I look back at his Instagram, as his ex-wife alluded to, he was talking about this young man a lot and being more accepting of people and all that, and then he came out. So, like,
you're still talking about Maliko, but let's go to break because they keep trying me. Because I keep telling you we're not ready.
We're not on break?
Yeah, I thought we was on break.
No.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Nigga, chose by another nigga, bitch. Damn, this chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Love in a hood full of hate. Pray to God that he open up them gates. Rest in peace to Freddie Gray and Lil Scooter. Putting on for our city, watch his door.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back. Look, I can't seem to control this room anymore, so they're already in the middle of a discussion about the Malik Yoba situation. So we've already gone back and started to cover what we discussed last week, where we had Nate and his screaming at the top of his lungs.
First of all, I was not screaming. I don't scream. I project.
At the top of his lungs. He was going to get his point across. I allowed it, so I guess we're gonna have the same kind of situation happen again, because he was already getting hyped up just a few seconds ago.
See, my thing is, I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand what Nate is saying. That's a hard conversation to have.
Nate kept saying
I understand
last
that,
week,
but that does not, because it's hard, does not make it wrong.
When Nate kept saying last week that his truth is his truth.
And it is. I feel like nobody is deserving of your truth but you. You have the
I
right
disagree
to.
with that statement.
I disagree. When you have children, it's no more just you.
It's no more just you.
When you have
children, you bore me.
No more just you. You have to think for
you. Can't have. You're not entitled. You're a single person. You're entitled to your truth.
But
if you created me, you took away your individuality.
But
you're not just an individual.
You owe it to your children.
I think this specific issue is a
because
lot
you're
different.
an adult. You can handle that.
Right.
You done been through the ups and downs. You done been through this. You've been through that. You've already accepted your truth as your truth. But your child, which you have put in displayed a particular picture.
Can you prepare me for acceptance? Can you prepare me for acceptance?
If I was younger, or even now, as a grown 35-year-old woman,
you would be destroyed.
And my mom was celebrity, and people knew who my mom was, and my mom was like, "Yeah, I'm going after the carpet."
And then you will also be destroyed if I decided to say, if I was a child.
Wow! Can you allow me to digest this first before
my
homegirl be like, "Girl, your mama chopping the carpet now?"
And I don't want to.
But you will also be destroyed as the person that's telling your truth. You will also be destroyed if you was the person and that child said, "I never want to see you again."
Exactly.
You would be destroyed twice.
Exactly.
By the press and by that child.
And that child's.
But now you're entitled to your own truth still.
You still are. I don't feel like. I'm sorry. I don't feel that anybody is deserving of my truth but me.
Okay.
And but
Nate, look at it this way.
And you are entitled to that when you're keeping it to yourself.
Have you ever had that conversation with somebody to say, everybody knows this but me? Have you ever had that conversation with somebody? How dare you do this? Everyone knows, or I was the last one to find out, and I'm supposed to be the first one to find out. Have you ever had that conversation? I should have been the first to find out. If you ever had that conversation, you're contradicting yourself right now.
I can honestly say I'm honestly not a selfish person. So I never make things about myself. When people make it is that argument is when you're thinking about you. You haven't even thought about what this person is going through. I understand that argument, but I can never have that argument because I'm making your issue about me.
It's not making nobody's issue about it.
It is.
It couldn't have been an issue.
That's that person coming out. But I'm mad because you didn't tell me personally.
Right. But that's not the issue anymore. Because you created the issue.
You already created the issue by not saying it.
But I don't think he was ever planning on coming out.
If it wasn't for that guy, right?
Even if
whatever this issue is, I don't think he ever planned on coming out.
It abruptly. Well, guess what? Life happens like that anyway. It's a lot
of stuff that we don't plan because he told the mother a month before.
Yeah. And this wasn't even the conversation for today.
Tell the mother, why can't you tell your children?
Because that's a different conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation.
That's a different conversation.
I wouldn't want nobody else, like Jay-Z said in his rhyme to Beyonce.
Oh, that's
I'm mad.
That's right.
That another woman would know more about me than you would. Just like
I give him his props. Here's what I give him his props for, because he told his baby's mother first.
And they probably have a certain relationship, and it's like, okay,
but my thing is, I bet you the conversation was okay from her perspective.
You're creating a narrative. You're creating a narrative.
And I said, I bet you, because I started my narrative with, I bet you.
You're creating
it's not a narrative.
You just said I started my narrative, so then.
No, shut your. Ooh, I almost cussed.
You're creating a narrative.
No, but I bet you. That's why I started that with. I bet you their conversation was okay. Well, now, once he told her, because he told her first that he found them attractive, or he's currently in a relationship.
He probably told them that this was coming out.
Yeah, that's what I
don't even think he went that deep with her. I bet you, he didn't even go that deep with her. I think he just warned her that this was coming out. This possibly could be coming out.
I don't know, because her Instagram said he told me 2 months ago
that this was coming out.
All she was concerned about is that he did not tell her kids.
I think her issue was she didn't have control over how he did.
So you keep thinking that's the narrative right there.
I bet you. She had issues with how it came out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she was having an issue about how it came out because you did not know her kids first.
It affects your children until you have children. That's like your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Like your significant other. is saying, you
that's
know
that
what?
finding out you're a tranny and you didn't know.
Well,
that's that scenario.
I have been delivered and I want
Can you tell me first?
I'm saying
and they done sat there and told everybody, and then y'all are at a party, and he like, yeah, I want pussy. You gonna be
my argument comes
you
from.
ain't tell me.
We went into this. We went into this last week. I'm coming from a place of.
What you gonna be like? I understand. It's cool.
No, I'm coming from a place where my dad had secrets and died with those secrets. So as a child, I was really angry and confused because I didn't know. But as an adult, I'm understanding like you can't tell everybody everything. You can't always come. As an adult, I thought because my mindset grew because I experienced it.
As an adult,
and children get over things, and if they don't, that becomes if they grow into adults, like his 20-year-old child, if he has an issue with it, that's his 20-year-old problem.
Listen,
that's not his dad's problem.
And I disagree.
As a child,
it's not.
And I sometimes disagree.
Because what if his child had a problem with this? Then what?
I partly disagree with children. The concept of children get over things.
He was supposed to stay in the closet until.
Listen.
He died.
If his father decided to come to him first versus going to the public, and said, "This is who I am," if his child decides to have a problem with that, then at that point the father did what he could do.
Wait, don't
he did as much as he could
follow
do.
up when we come back from the break, but finish. We still got 30 seconds.
He continued to do. Then that's when he could say, you know what, I did my part. I at least got it out to you. If you decide,
but he did tell him.
If you decide to take it far or take it to another level, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my part as a parent to make sure you know first.
But he did that. He told him, I think the week or the day before.
He told the 20-year-old. He did everything.
He didn't tell the youngest
one. But I think that was because he's probably too young. He's probably.
I don't know how old he is. I had to look that up. But
I think he's probably too young. If the other one is 20.
And if he's in high school as a kid, you would know he would be confused. He'll probably be even more
confused.
I don't know if he'd be confused. I think he would be embarrassed.
We live in a generation.
How to handle his feelings.
Right.
And his emotions.
And I think he would be embarrassed because if the first thing you heard on a Monday and you got to go to school on a Tuesday is that your father likes trannies, and that's going to be the topic of discussion.
You didn't tell me
but
first.
We're going to take a break. We'll be
so
right
that
back.
I could be able to at least mentally prepare.
How are you mentally prepared?
The times when we cared for one another, we shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, here. So they asked me to read the message from the
Twitter.
mother.
The Twitter. She wrote this on Twitter.
Monny
This is the Instagram. It's Instagram.
Instagram.
That Malik Yoba's baby mama had about
Publicly
him.
wrote.
Right.
Publicly wrote.
So here's what she says.
About his whole situation.
Here's what she says.
Right after
Malik Yoba, as the mother of our two beautiful children, you already know how my support for you has always been unconditional. That was the first sentence.
It's
That's
why
not
she
negative.
probably went to her first.
I expressed that 2 months ago to you when I became aware of your current trans relationship, because he's currently in one. Why did you not have a conversation with our children and wait till last night to text our firstborn with this info? Yet you were preparing your public months ago on IG. So he was already talking about this leading up, but he didn't come out.
No, when he was, and when I look back, he was more so supporting the young man that killed himself.
Right, because he was prepping himself to come out.
But that, no, I just don't agree with that. But go ahead.
It's already there because he's in a relationship with the trans woman, so it was going to come out eventually, and he was preparing his fans
but that's
for that inevitable.
The best way to prepare instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm trans today," is this story.
No, but I don't.
And to continue.
If that was
connection,
if that was true, I would go with it. But I think this was not a plan.
How much he paying you?
But he just
Nothing,
said it. Yet you told her. He told her 2 months ago, and he's been posting regularly about trans ideals.
No, he wasn't.
This is a plan.
No, I'm telling you, on his Instagram, it was strictly about this young man. It was strictly about it. No,
recently the guy just got killed. But she's saying for months you have been preparing.
No, it was the month before he came out.
She just said it.
No,
she just said you've been preparing this for months.
No, before he came.
Are you denying her?
No, I am denying it because I went back on his timeline.
He was the one that had a conversation.
But I went back on his timeline.
This is what the fight was. Like.
No, but I'm telling you, I went back on his timeline, and all he kept talking about was this young man that had died. So I feel like maybe he was getting up to that point of saying maybe I could come out. No, but listen to what I'm saying. But the other,
I don't even usually have this type of high blood pressure with you. You usually have thing, baby.
But listen.
Why we gotta do this?
No, but the problem is the reason I feel like he came out was because he was being accused by this person who said when he was 13.
But that came out after he came out with
that
the story.
came out after, but you don't know how long that's been he was being threatened by that.
So exactly, which is why he prepared.
You were preparing your public months ago on IG.
I feel like,
all right, so here's the rest of it. Our children support you and keep so much a secret of what a secret of what really goes down with our family dynamic. I asked you to meet over a month ago, and you have yet to make time. So here I am. If you know better, then do better. Family is first overall.
First of all,
you think he should have sat there and told his children way before he came out, or do y'all believe that he should have just waited until he hit the media and then they kind of figure out?
But y'all talking about like he's just like one of us. Like one of us going on.
That's why you need to say it before anybody.
The thing is, he is just one of us to his children.
Yeah, so that's what. But my thing,
because that's his family. It's not they're not the patriarch.
But as comfortable as
but my thing is that
they're not the patriarch of him. He's the patriarch of them.
But if anything, that means you do need to handle it that way because you are a celebrity and you're not like other people. That's why. News about me,
and again,
news about me is not going to travel as fast about news.
What's interesting about it is that you can feel. I don't know. I can't speak on this on like firsthand knowledge, but I think you can feel the conversation with your children a little bit better than you can feel it with your public. That's going to easily turn on you.
If that was the case, he would have told them.
Does not mean
before then. He would have told them.
It's not easy. Does not
when they were younger than that.
But what I'm saying is, it may have not been easy, but he could have felt that. He could have felt that conversation out.
The easy factor is an easy point to make, but I don't think it's just that simple. I honestly don't believe It's just that simple.
Because he, all right.
And I think he was thinking about his family's livelihood.
Let me bring this next part to the conversation, because now here's what I'm talking about with the professional. He became a professional liability to his own self with this revelation, because now he got. He was a part of this mentoring program, a leadership role for a youth leadership role, and they pulled him off because they think his relationship is inappropriate.
No,
with the Phi Beta Sigma.
No, they pulled him because of the 13-year-old.
Yeah, the 13-year-old.
What happened?
They're
right, but all of this came from his own revelations. All of this is a part of his revelation, is what I'm saying.
No, because that person would have came out. They would have came out separate.
No, but even if it wasn't true, he's done. This part of his role is done. He's gone.
Is it because the guy said it, or you think
so?
It's because
Here you go. According to a member of the team,
it's because of the person came out and alleged it.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Yoba. Right. Let me finish.
He came out this way a couple weeks ago.
Yoba was removed from his position as spokesman for the Sigma Beta Club program,
because that's his fraternity,
which is focused on providing mentorship to preteens and teenage males through social, cultural, and educational enrichment. The Empire actor, who is an honorary member of the historic Black fraternity, was named the spokesperson earlier this year. The memo, dated September the 5th, was sent out to the fraternity members on Thursday and said the organization's decision to remove Yoba came after allegations were made against him by Mariah Lopez Ebony.
Is she going to give him back the money he gave her?
A trans woman who claimed that the actor paid her for sex when she was underage. Other women also have shared the same story, so that they took that into account too.
So So did she put out the whole list of people that she was having sex with at 13, or was it just Malik Yoba?
But it's no longer. It's no longer.
And the
culture is no longer about how many people it was. The culture is about the first incident. If anybody is now accusing you, that's it.
That was the first.
They have to. The business is going to protect themselves first at this point.
Well, that's. I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is, I have a problem with this culture, this whole culture, and that's, I have to call it that. You're not allowed to go spread it wide and then cry wolf. Like you can't do that. If you took that money and you got them breast implants and you paid your rent that month,
I don't think
bought them nights.
You shouldn't have accepted the money if you was going to sit there and out this person later on. Once you said the whole purpose of the money is to shut the fuck up.
And he was Malik Yoba then. But the point he was allegedly on New York Undercover at the time.
I don't think that the point was about the sex or the payment. I think the point was with the 13 and the 16.
That's what it is. That's why they dropped it.
And now you're mentoring teenage children.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's not the fact
that
you were grown.
You were grown at the time this happened, so you're back around another 13 to 16-year-old.
And let me tell you something. They're not putting these 13-year-olds and 16-year-olds in pigtails and lollipops. No. They're dressing them up to look grown so that you can buy them for sex. So who says he even knew that? You have to prove that's the part that if this is alleged, this is allegedly now, because I do believe people do sign on, get on the bandwagon when something starts to happen. I do believe Bill Cosby was not guilty for all those women. So my point is,
but what are you saying?
Especially that nail in the coffin.
But not all. My question to you: you're saying for not all those women. So you think some of them happened though?
I don't think he.
So he's serving time for those.
Huh?
He's serving time.
No, he's serving time for that one woman.
Right, but they all came to court together.
Yeah, that was proven.
So those are the ones that he did do it to you. I'm like, okay.
My thing is this.
He's not innocent, is what you're saying to me.
He's not innocent.
That's what I heard.
No.
So
Cosby's not innocent because he already apologized for what he put the girl through.
Right.
And he said that on tape. What you apologizing for something you ain't do. Right. You get what I'm saying?
So he's paying for what he did do.
He's paying for what he did do. As far as Malik Yoba is concerned, we don't know if this guy is a person just jumping on the
you disrespect her.
Bandwagon, huh?
Go ahead.
Her.
They gonna call him in court. They gonna call him in court.
They're gonna call him Mario and not Maria. Okay? They're gonna call him by his government name.
Yeah, whatever's legally on that paperwork. Thank you.
Right. So my thing was, you're gonna have to prove that Malik Yoba knew you was young.
They don't do that in court systems no more, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately.
I would.
Fortunately.
I would.
You gonna call him by the government? Yeah. If his mama named him Bruce, I'm calling him Bruce.
They don't do that in courts no more.
You gotta prove that he even knew that you was young.
Because it's a Supreme Court issue.
It is.
Yeah.
So
they
you
don't
gotta,
do that in court.
You gotta call him
You gotta call them by it, especially if they change their name legally.
I mean, I know, and I just went through fair housing laws training, so at
He
work.
bought Nikes.
The disrespect is uncanny
my
in
point
here.
My point is with this whole thing with the guy. He came out after and all this other stuff. But my thing is, why you ain't say nothing earlier? You been knew this man.
But I think he probably
could have been came out. If
he
this was the
probably
case.
have like threatened this year.
I doubt that he probably ever would have came out, but this was prime opportunity.
Prime opportunity.
This is
I don't
prime
think he would have
opportunity.
came out.
I don't think he ever would have came out. Like this, why? He got paid. He did the service. He was actually working.
Just
this
like
was
many
prime
others
opportunity
he
to
was laying
say.
down.
This was
He
prime
wasn't
opportunity
working.
to say, okay, let's bring you all the way out of the closet, because he didn't come out of the closet. He just said, I'm attracted at first, and now.
Now he's like,
But he said that to the
because-
public. But he admitted it to probably his close family because he brought it to the ex-wife's attention. So he probably said it to he didn't come out to us because it didn't matter to him whether we knew or
So
not.
wait a minute. No, I was just looking at something. Oh, he's on this phone. Because it says he married. So is the one he married to the tranny?
Oh, he married?
No, he was married to the
No,
lady,
it was not.
mother.
The baby mother was not the wife.
I don't think he's married to the person he's with now. I know he's been married, I think twice.
Where's the
So look at the name.
Her name is Trisha Mann. Y'all ain't right. So the transvestite, that's who is it?
That's
Y'all,
the baby
this-
mother.
That's the baby mother?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
the children. The Yopas.
Oh.
But her name is Trisha Mann.
He is so ignorant.
So I was like, is that her? Wait.
That's a messed up story, child.
It's just I have an issue with this culture where we feel like we gotta out people,
That's my problem.
and that's the
You knew what you was doing when you took the money.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You knew what you was doing when you took the money. You shouldn't have took the money if you.
Well, the money gone now, so I need another payday. So but now the person you can't. We're not even
But you're
suing.
hurting that person's family. You're
They don't
hurting your
care,
own
though.
family. You look retarded.
They trying to get on
That
Love and
whole
Hip Hop.
thing
They
is-
trying to get a reality show. That's the point of it now.
And that's why people.
People not even selling books no more. They just want to get on a reality show.
So they're gonna say whatever they need to do, whatever accusations to get that 15 minutes.
Trust
of
and
fame.
believe that person gonna come up on some Wendy Williams interviews.
Yep,
They
books
coming up.
being made. And that's why you have to almost gotta question some
The motives.
the motives and
I
how valid
do.
are these stories.
That's why sometimes I'm on this side of it because I can't
But we're in a
possibly
very
understand.
But this day and age, you say that, but overall, society is in a very selfish, savage.
And I don't get that.
type
I'm
thing.
not
So
that
this
person,
is
so I
normal.
don't. Right, but I don't. For me, I can't get how selfish you could be to. I mean, I believe everybody should live in their truth, but living in my truth don't mean the world need to know my business.
True.
And I think we live in a culture now where
Everything's out.
everybody put you out there. I'm mad because I want you, and now I'm gonna put you out there because you don't want me, and you out there doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah, or you look like you want to come up, so I'm gonna put some things out there to blackmail you.
There is a video going around now of the transsexual sitting in the passenger seat, and the boy is driving, and she's on live, and he doesn't know, and she's talking to him, and he doesn't know that he's on live, and she got him on live, admitting at how much he loved her, and I don't know what happened because there's no story beyond that, but this could have been the same story as the young man who just decided to kill himself because
That's
all
true.
the people were surrounding him. Like, people's lives are at stake, and everybody's not as
Are you
comfortable.
talking about
with the video?
Yeah.
It's an old video, but
He was on live. You talking about the one she went up to his job?
Yeah.
No.
He was on live.
They was in a car.
Yeah,
They was
she
these
started
was
in the car.
in
It started in the car, and she went
And
to
then
his
she
job
went
and got
to
him
the job
fired.
and got him fired and said,
This
"Oh, I'm a
one-
trans and this and this."
Yeah.
Because he ended up cheating on her.
Right.
He was in a relationship with her, and he ended up cheating on her with a girl, and a girl called her.
Exactly.
Her up and found out. Girl called her up and said that, "Oh, you know, he got HIV."
Right.
And that's when she went on live and outed him. That's a whole other story. That's something different.
Yeah, that's not what happened in this one.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
She
that's
walked in that ball and told that job,
I was
and
like,
he got
"Whoa."
fired that day.
I would never complain
But
about life
even with
again.
that, that's a if somebody gave you something, that's a court issue. That's not a Facebook Live issue.
No, it's not. But we're not living in a society of integrity.
You just tried to kill me. It is a court issue. It's a police issue. It's me getting you locked up issue. It's me, trying to take you out of here issue.
But you talking about
what you get
outing somebody.
I got it already. You gave it to me.
No,
you already gave it to me. You already gave it to me. It got 3 letters and a symbol. Because if you got it, you gave it to me,
but it wasn't,
and there was time for you to go.
Story
he ain't talking about the same story, though.
No,
he's talking about a different story.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't go that deep.
He's talking about.
Okay, that person ain't have HIV.
Yeah, they was just in the car.
This trans woman was outing her boyfriend.
Yeah, they was in the car.
And he didn't even know that she was on live.
Yeah,
while he was just talking.
Right, and they was just
and she kept doing this.
Right, but why would you want to be with Right, it was like she was playing on the phone, but she just kept turning up. You could tell.
But
she
you
kept
gotta
turning
understand too, Nate. Hurt people.
But why would you want to be with somebody that can only see you at certain hours of the day? Like, why would you want to be with that person? Is the dick that good that you will risk your life?
But it might not be just the penis. It might be the love.
It can't be nothing else.
They love them
the
so
emotional,
much.
The emotional.
So if affection, if you are that deprived of affection,
and sometimes
they are.
The emotional piece of it.
But they don't know that. You know the whole purpose of the side piece. Hello. You can't sit there and flaunt your side piece.
I'm not sharing. I'm not supporting sharing. I don't want a 3-way, a thruple, a quadruple, a sister wife. I can't. I'm not doing that.
I mean, I've lived a little bit.
Well,
but
you have quickly realized that I want the full package. I need your paycheck at the end of the week. I need the bills paid. All of that. Like, I want to go to Six Flags with the family.
For me, everybody's situation is different because I've done met polyamorous couples. I done met people. I can't wait to hear Nate's update position on that.
On what?
On the
so that whole
Mariah thing.
So I'm not gonna knock somebody else's way of living.
Oh, we gotta take a break. When we come back, there's more. We got one more segment left in the show.
I just don't see the. I don't.
I get what you're saying.
It's frustrating to me because
I get what you're saying.
Like, the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. Shit bigger than me, man. Like, yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up against, go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
real. You right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Like they doing it, you see it on the reality shows, like it's a cool thing to out somebody and put somebody on blast.
Into this discussion, it's
like it's just, but I mean, for me, it's only because people are dying over it. People are killing themselves,
like that boy
and people killing other people.
Yeah.
Like and that's why a lot of these
it's so funny that this
are being put out there.
I mean, it's not funny. I mean, it's so messed up that this all started with that. Really. I mean, this whole release with him committing suicide, killing himself,
Oh, the boy.
and it's this stemmed into Malik Yoba's confession. I mean, accusation and then confession.
I've never had to go through somebody taunting me, but watching that video of that young man and having somebody film it, and then all them other guys around him, that made me feel some kind of way.
It should.
Like it really made me feel some kind of way. I felt defensive in that moment.
Involved in what I do behind closed doors, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm. And that's really what it was.
What I do behind closed doors that does not involve you, that's a problem.
And for you to know made me like, so are you with this person too? Mm-hmm. And it's that culture, because it be the ones that's out there doing it, that's putting other people out there to save their own self.
That's what they do.
And and if anything, and I can imagine what Malik Yoba may have felt living this, disguised life, and then probably having the pressure of saying release.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you watched it.
He's probably going through some things, but he probably doesn't feel like a weight is on his shoulders anymore.
And he probably, I don't know.
But some of these people want to be found out because it forces them out of the closet.
Like, because I don't have to go through the
If he was even trying to live a disguised life, he probably was more scared of the stigma.
Well, no, I mean, as an actor, as a black male actor,
he called him an actor again.
Because he is an actor.
He tried that last week. He called him an actor.
Because he's not like one of your Tyler Perry actors.
He don't work.
But he's a dramatic actor. That means he doesn't get any work anymore. That means he's only seen as
the papa,
this gay character.
Now.
And he played in the play Kinky Boots. He was the lead character in that. So now they taking
2007.
Yeah, but they're taking clips of that now of him interviewing as the character.
And then they're going to make memes out of him. Memes out of him. And
they was like, all the comments like, hey, sis. Like, now.
That's not funny.
But hopefully, I pray he has enough strength in him to overcome that.
And we don't know
because as we all know, probably about 2 days, it's going to be something else that hits the net, and then we're all going to forget about it.
And it'll be on next.
And that's how it happened.
Or he's not away, he'd have killed himself, or tried to overdose, or because he wasn't ready.
We'll discuss that next Tuesday. That'll be next Tuesday.
I'm starting to see.
I cannot with him. I really cannot.
Yeah. That's what we talk about. We talk about the issues.
Okay, so.
Something else.
I was supposed to ride that out, but yeah, because it's all old
we
stuff.
Got 2 minutes.
I think this was in my bag.
We got 2 minutes till.
So that parking, somebody got robbed at gunpoint in Drew Hill Park.
Nasha?
Somebody got robbed at gunpoint at Drew Hill Park. Okay, the 100th person in like probably the past.
What was you doing at Drew Hill Park?
They were at work.
I got robbed.
It was an employee.
A zoo employee?
What? And my crab feast is about to come up on.
It's in the park.
Yeah, it's in Drew Hill Park. My work crab feast is about to be at Drew Hill Park.
Were they a zoo
employee? I was wondering why the hell they had that.
Were they a zoo employee?
Yeah, a park employee was reportedly robbed at gunpoint in Drew Hill Park, right in front of the Maryland Zoo. I could have swore they stole his car too. Yep, they stole his car, a white Acura.
Are y'all surprised?
And his wallet.
It's Baltimore. Y'all surprised?
Mm-hmm. It sounds like more to that story though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it was in front of the zoo.
I'm not because they trick all over the park, but I'm just saying.
I'm saying, I mean, if the zoo was open, when the zoo is open, the zoo's crowded. I don't know if it was crowded this particular day.
That sounds like more to the story than what
it'd be cars parked all up on that hill.
Yeah, but that could have been somebody that was lingering afterwards and was pulling out the dough for a transaction and got his swipe. I'm just saying. I worked at the zoo. You see a lot. I ain't never been wrong.
Well, I already told that I did an investigation in the zoo a couple years ago.
What's that about?
2009.
They got 5 animals.
Oh no, you ain't know the underground scene at the zoo at night?
No. It's not at the zoo.
I mean, not at the zoo, at the park.
At Druid Hill Park?
Yes.
Oh, I can imagine a whole bunch of shit go down at Druid Hill Park.
Oh, you would think Atlanta zoo, park is the mess. This one over here? It's
and people getting robbed at the
I don't know how bad it is at
the zoo
now because
you get robbed and
I don't know how bad it is now.
No, that's why I said it's more to the story.
The park is under construction right now because I don't know how bad it is at this point now that they cut the reservoir in half.
What was going on?
Oh no, it was a group of us. We went and investigated heavily.
Oh, y'all like those
how deep
y'all
was
like
this
white people.
How deep was this investigation?
It was like 4 of us,
and we had. And y'all went in there with.
How deep did you go?
Did you have?
Oh, we didn't go deep. I didn't go deep. But you could see them pick up people. We was watching them pick up people and take them off. Right.
Who's them?
I don't know who they are. I'm just saying you can see them.
It might be your homeboy Willie. It might be your Uncle James.
That's when you find out who. Because I've seen people.
I wouldn't want to be in
I've seen people here. This is how real it got. Because
why do people feel safe enough to go to Drew Hill Park when it's dark?
Fact.
Because people just think it's a park
that are still playing the straight role. Not knowing that I know who you are now.
I bet you if I had a conversation without cameras with y'all could give me a whole tea about what's going on. I bet y'all could.
They still playing the straight role, and I think they still visit the park.
Child.
And you will never know their secret life.
I've been through a DL situation with a guy.
You can go to Mount Vernon and you'll see somebody, a grown man tricking, and then you'll see him in Mondawmin pushing the baby carriage with his girl.
It's real. The park is real.
Yeah.
The park is real.
That's too much.
I just want to know about this investigation.
I'm surprised. This is how bad it is, and it's so funny that you don't never see the paraphernalia that just be littered all over the ground.
My friend just had.
I be seeing but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the instinct that you would just go home because you don't know no better and get a blanket and just lay in the grass. No. All those people kids is under your blanket.
Oh, you mean like the
all the people kids, the ones that were left behind, the abandoned kids.
That's the grass.
I know. And that was growing under your fingernails. And that's why you got that.
I have not been to Druid Hill Park.
Who? You said I sit at the picnic tables? I haven't been to Druid Hill Park in
now
years.
we're going to have our craft feast, our job craft feast down there too.
I hope y'all got tablecloths.
Now we had this conversation.
I hope y'all got tablecloths.
You be like,
because it goes down in the gazebos.
Look, I'm not wearing no dress to work that day.
Listen, I'm telling you, it goes down in the gazebos. It goes down in the gazebos. It goes down. You know how the little running course used to be there when you run around a reservoir? They would get you against the wall right there.
He was deep investigating.
But that's in the front part. I'm saying it wasn't hidden. The trees are so used to be.
No,
they cut them all up.
It's not even thick.
That's what I'm saying. They cut the trees all up now.
On the side where they was fixing up the reservoir.
Where the big statue is.
Yeah, we were sitting right there, and it was literally Magnum condom wrappings
everywhere
and condoms. And I was like, I'm not. You got.
And you would think you would think because you would see the young couple that was just walking, holding hands, the young lady and the young guy, that it was them. No. They're leaving because they saw the niggas fucking against the statue in the front part of the zoo. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. This is not even deep in the zoo.
In the park. And you know what? At first we laugh at it, but it's
the underground. That's the
underground because a lot of them are not. They don't feel comfortable being out. I know. And a lot of
we get to hate in this damn dirty conversation to say it's time to go.
It's time to go. It's 9 o'clock.
That's where I was going with it. Like a lot of people just not They're not comfortable with themselves.
Thank you. We gotta actually, we really do gotta go because I'm like starving. Like I will pass out, and then somebody's gonna drag me into the park. Look, it's Be Exposed Radio. Nate,
he is
my
co-host.
Mecca, my correspondent. We got more stuff coming for you next Tuesday right here on Be Exposed Radio. This is Talk Lately. Thanks.
You can't rape the villain.
What? The villain.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me.